As you're probably very familiar by now, you know that I graduated from Thinkful's coding bootcamp 1 month later. I had to pay for it, and it caused my last project to be just a complete mess. And one of the ways that I could have avoided it was to have used my pause days properly and planned for them way ahead of time instead of using them as a safety net like I did. Welcome to Suitcase Coder, the podcast. I'm Laura, and I host this podcast where I track my journey from joining a coding bootcamp to becoming a remote developer. My ultimate goal in life is to travel the world and see as many countries as I can, but for now, I'm sharing what I've learned so far to hopefully help and inspire future techies, freelancers, and digital nomads. Thanks for tuning in, and let's get started. Today, I'll be telling you all about how I messed up my entire graduation timeline during my coding bootcamp by not using my pause days properly. So let me start off by saying that obviously this will make a lot more sense to you if you are a Thinkful student, which I think recently got bought out by Chegg, but that's a different story. If you are enrolled in any kind of Thinkful curriculum, or if your bootcamp offers some sort of pause days or have some kind of time that you could take off for potential unforeseens, maybe like you get sick or you have something come up and you have to take a couple weeks off, maybe they are lenient with this by giving you these quote unquote pause days. And let me just kind of list out some of the things that I did poorly with the pause days. First of all, I didn't really read up on all the rules regarding the pause days. I was like, because I had assumed that I was going to graduate early. Big joke on myself. That did not happen. I thought I was never going to use them, which is just dumb because you never know what can happen. You can get sick. You can have some kind of freak accident. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Maybe you have an unexpected celebration to go to. Whatever it may be, things come up and you will have to attend to these things. And that obviously takes time away from your bootcamp and from your learning process. And these pause days are there obviously to help you better plan for these unexpected events. And not reading through the rules and regulations on how to use them and whether it's going to affect maybe payroll or how maybe it's going to affect how you pay for the curriculum or your graduating time or how they will affect not being guaranteed whatever was originally guaranteed is important. So definitely read up on all of the rules, obviously before even signing up for the bootcamp, but obviously like once you start, you want to take the time and read on your bootcamp's policies on pause days and see how they work, how they are applied to you specifically. And I would definitely bring them up with a program manager. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Back to the things I did not do well with them. So obviously one thing that I've repeated over and over again is that I totally miscalculated the time that it would take me to complete the bootcamp. Now, I believe that most of you guys can complete the bootcamp within the given time frame. However, if things do come up, give yourself an extra couple weeks that it could take you with your expected timeline and bring that up with your program manager, because I totally miscalculated it and I thought I was going to graduate in 3 months, ended up being closer to 7.5. Because of this, I had to use my pause days in the last 2 weeks of my bootcamp, which meant that I wasn't guaranteed that time with my mentor on a weekly basis. I wasn't allowed to go into the Q&A sessions. There's a lot of restrictions to being on a pause days. Sure, that gave me time to hopefully try and graduate before my deadline. That did not happen. But instead of having these pause days with the help of the resources that you normally have, those got taken away from me along with the pause days. Another thing that I didn't do throughout the course and obviously saved to the end was that I didn't use them at all. I had my sister's wedding in between. I had another trip in between. I had a lot of family in town during the bootcamp, and I didn't think of using any of these pause days, even though I was spending sometimes up to 5 days not even opening my computer. So the problem with that was that I was totally being unrealistic with my time and not taking advantage of the resources that the bootcamp provides for these kinds of circumstances. So these pause days, sure, they're meant for emergencies, but if you use them wisely and plan ahead for them, which I'll get into, you can use them to your advantage to really just get ahead in your bootcamp, which I think is the best way to go about it. And the biggest mistake I made was that by using these pause days, I felt like I was cheating the system, or that I wasn't as good of a developer because I needed extra time that I didn't think other people needed, especially since my bootcamp was totally online based. Then I couldn't really see whether other people were struggling as little or as much as I was. So to me, taking time off and taking a couple of pause days meant that I wasn't keeping up with the rest of the quote unquote class, and having that mindset of being like a failure, quote unquote, by using these pause days instead of using them to my advantage really hurt my entire timeline for graduating. And also, like, obviously that hurts your self-esteem and plays into imposter syndrome and like getting through the curriculum when you're already kind of down. All of that totally is taken into account. So that was quite a quick run through of how I use the pause days quite poorly. And here's a bit of a deeper dive into how you can use your pause days wisely. The very first thing that I can recommend is if you have an event coming up, if you know you have a trip planned, if you have a wedding coming up, a baby shower, whatever it is that you know you're going to need time away from your computer, then try to plan your boot camp around these events. If that's not possible, then try to catch up on your boot camp as much as you can before these events, and that way you don't lose too much time during these events in which you won't be next to a computer. Okay, on to the next thing, and probably the most important thing, and that is to sit down and talk to your program manager as soon as you start the bootcamp, or even before if you can. So I definitely had a program manager, and he was super great at helping me go through my schedule and making sure I was staying on track. The problem was that I either often missed our meetings or wouldn't follow up with our meetings or wouldn't do the things that he suggested I should do, like taking whatever is in your timeline and putting it into your actual calendar, which I talk about in another episode. But one of the things that you can bring up with your program manager that they might not do so themselves are these pause days. So take advantage of these meetings with your program manager and ask them all about pause days. How's the best way to use them in your specific case, whether you're in a part-time course, full-time course, or full immersion course. They may be used best differently depending on the course that you're in. Another thing is that if they know ahead of time that you're planning to use your pause days a bit more wisely, then they may suggest, hey, why don't you use them during the weekends instead of during the weekdays, or whatever is helpful to you. So that's definitely something to discuss with your program manager. And to that point, I have to say that use them throughout your program if you can. Of course, you want to give yourself maybe 5 pause days for actually planning the unforeseen, an accident, getting sick, any of those things. But if you use them wisely, you probably won't even end up using all of your pause days, and you can spread them out. Maybe once a month, take half a pause day or a full pause day and try to review everything that you've learned and catch up on maybe upcoming projects or upcoming interviews, exams that you may have in your bootcamp. One of the things that I didn't learn until like way after from another student who had done this is that every other weekend they would schedule in a pause day. They would actually sit down at their computer the entire day and they would try to review everything that they've gone through. They would catch up on projects and they would try to read ahead on the curriculum that was upcoming. And that way when they did hit their curriculum and talk to their mentors, they were kind of, in a way, ahead of the game and knew what to expect, rather than feeling like you were about to get hit with a train with loads and loads of new information. So there's definitely ways to plan these out and sprinkle out these pause days throughout your curriculum that can highly, highly, highly benefit you. This is one of the things that I wish was a little bit more known and people would actually like give you the hints on, because that's such a genius idea and it's so smart and I wish I would have done it. So let's say you actually take advantage of this and you sprinkle out pause days throughout your curriculum, and you had from the beginning your quote-unquote emergency pile of pause days that you left really in case of emergencies, and you're about to graduate but you still have these pause days. Take advantage of them. Pause your boot camp. Even if you're done with the curriculum, even if you're done with your project, use those pause days to kind of elongate the time that you have access to your boot camp, and squeeze those pause days in there and use that to get ahead in the job application process. Because remember that applying for jobs takes, I feel like, 3 times as much as actually going through the curriculum itself, especially now when things are a bit iffy and unstable and there's a lot of hiring freezes throughout the country. So I hope you can learn from my mistakes and actually take advantage of the pause days unlike I did. And of course, like I said before, don't feel guilty for using them. Like, this is only you beating the system and taking advantages of even more resources that your bootcamp is offering you. And talk to your program manager about it, because they really will be willing to help you out and like understand where you're coming from. And you can even point them to this episode and be like, she told me to do it. So hopefully this episode helps you avoid graduating late, or heck, maybe it'll help you graduate early and on time and a little bit more confident. So if you've enjoyed this podcast, please don't forget to rate and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. And if you're watching on YouTube and you want to check out some of my other videos, go ahead and hit subscribe and the bell notification, and that will let you know every time I upload a new podcast episode or other tutorials that I have on here as well. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next week. Ciao.